Good call. LFY.
All right, your hopes for TI LFY. You have a minute and 20 seconds.
So this is
figure this out.
This is like the moment of truth where is Super playing Beastmaster, Lesh, or Pugna? Okay, so there's your superhero. That means it is a support Lesh and will indeed be the Beastmaster for the offlane.
Guys, I just want to say, if this was indeed the last game of the Chinese qualifiers, I feel like we just did fairly well in that draft. So, you know, round of applause for the couch before they.
Hey, we brought
to you guys.
There are a lot of heroes. You know?
What is Super gonna pick? Well, there's only one hero left. It's got to be the Pugna. That's well played there, Lyrical. So,
and to me, when I'm looking at that, this is going to lead into my prediction. I feel like if we can tell that from the second or third pick, like
IG's,
they still picked Skyrath into it, dude. Just think about like, I mean, they picked Skyrath. You know, he's not a happy boy with the Pugna there.
That's fair enough. I'm thinking IG though might do this.
Gods, are you in the LFY camp?
Yeah, I think LFY have a draft that can win the game. Very fast-paced lineup with a lot of push, some good team fight, but IG has looked better. It's going to come down to like getting those good BKB timings, so I feel like once Mirana, DK get their BKBs, they're looking pretty scary.
Okay.
All right.
Well, Couch, thank you.
Yes, indeed.
We'll see if you make a return or not. That's all on LFY. I will say personally, I might call myself a Lesh hater, but what I truly am is an Axe hater. Not a fan of Axe. I find this hero, people struggle so much to transition out of the laning phase. Yes, battle hunger's annoying. That's cool. But I feel like I never see Axe win. He buys a Vanguard, and his blink comes 8 minutes later, and he doesn't kill anyone.
Well, we have seen that as a theme many a time when Axe is picked up. Incredible start, 9-minute Vanguard, and then, okay, what happens with this farm? He gets a blink, gets killed a couple times, and there's no transition. But I often feel the same way about LC. And we saw a hell of an LC execution in the game prior as well, so I am going to stick in the IG camp, Trent, and leave you all alone on LFY Island. We'll see if they can do it with their massive amount of crowd control. They do have some pretty good team fight. Chrono, Rock, Primal Roar, a lot of ways to start off these fights, and also a lot of follow-up damage from this supporting cast. So I do have some faith. LFY certainly have some win conditions. All going to come down to the execution. Some early invasion here, going for the bounty runes. 3 of LFY putting on some pressure with their aggressive positioning. Q still hasn't skilled up anything. Maybe looking for a fishing arrow, though, is Baboka. He rotates in. IG are not going to let this go without a fight. The arrow splits the 9s, does not connect. Oh, they're going to get all 4. It looks like it.
GG! IG betters, I hope you are sweating it right now. That should be the next big thing instead of first 10 kills.
First to 4 bounties.
All 4 bounty runes. And the odds on that would be so good.
That sounds like a ridiculous thing.
It happens so rarely. What do you think the payout would be? Like times 20 or something?
I still can't believe there are a lot of bookkeepers that take bets for whether the game will end in even or odd kill score, and that is just one of the craziest things to me. It is like the epitome of random. How do you
flipping a coin?
It is like, why not just bet on flipping a coin then? It's like, oh,
I don't know many sites that let you bet on someone live flipping a coin.
I'm sure it exists in Vegas.
That is true. There's probably a whole room dedicated to it, actually.
I mean, it's just, there is no prediction there. You know, first to 10 kills, totally get that one, but all right. Oh, this is an odd game.
Well, I'll call myself an Axe hater, but in this situation, it looks pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Oh, well, that is not the place to watch, though.
Not looking great for Lesh.
Don't listen to me.
Misses the split Earth. He will survive this early onslaught. But yeah, definitely expect some aggression in the bottom lane. Luckily for LFY, they will have the Warlock, so Monet going to get healed up. But yeah. SRF with a lot of aggression.
So that is the counter that has been the go-to for this combination. You get the Warlock versus the Axe Skyrath. I'm feeling good about it. But for Faceless Void, if there's one thing this guy loves, it is burst damage, because he can just time walk it off. But this is damage that's just very intermittent over time and really irritating to try and deal with. Warlock has left the box, my friend.
Yeah.
You got to listen. You can't leave the box.
He does have a lot of stick charges. But SRF still able to cut the lane. I'm not really sure who this lane is favoring right now. The Void is handling this pressure very well. Axe is actually struggling to get some of these last hits. He will finally finish off this wave. Cutting the wave like this does make Monet's life more difficult. The battle hunger on top of Yao, you know he's not going to be sniping too many last hits, certainly not going to be getting many denies. So it is a pretty effective spell in this situation.
Yeah, and Axe is just getting every single last hit, right? Like, you have to deal with the tower when you're the Faceless Void.
Yeah, and it hurts. The tower does a lot of damage. Recoiling Blade is not quite enough. So back up top. Oh, actually good timing. Snowball onto Lesh. Skywrap has rotated, and Baboka will help his team find the first blood. It's Aggressive that gets that bonus gold, putting a little extra damage onto the Beastmaster as well.
Now that is interesting, and look what Axe is doing. Yao is getting run down here with the creep wave following the Axe.
Oh, there he is.
No one can help him. And so Axe is just kind of guaranteed for these last hits. Again, they don't even need the Skywrath Mage. This is going to be a back and forth here.
Yeah, there is not a hell of a lot Yao can do. He does have stick charges, has mangoes, so he'll be pretty safe in that regard. Back up top, initiation onto the Beastmaster. Follow-up kill, very nasty tri-lane for IG in their safe lane. Now SRF.
Dude, chaos is just raining down here.
Yeah, Monet not able to really leave the box, and SRF says, hey there, Warlock. You want to party? I've got a lot of creeps here.
Yeah, and he's a TP scroll too. So if he's ever in trouble, he just TPs back out. There's nothing they can do.
He's done the math on Warlock right clicks here, but I don't think they hurt too bad. Oh, they chase down Afu in the enemy jungle, so there is a lot of chaos here, that's for sure, Trent. SRF, he's just going to walk away from that. Yao has absolutely no way to stop him. It'll be 3-0, and already a good start for IG. We have not checked in on the mid, but it's all DK all day. 21-5 versus the 17-0 of Super.
Yeah, not a hero you can really abuse too much. Actually, surprised Super managed to get that deny. Just sniping it in between breathe fires there, so that's kind of your big solution to the decrep. And he'll have the soul ring now just to deal with this. But so SRF comes back down. He's got the ring of health, and I feel like this is just over. Like, Yao is getting no experience because he's back here dealing with SRF far away from the creep wave. So they have to bring down Afu. They needed some sort of a solution.
Well, Axe may end up going down this time.
Yeah, he's dead.
Nothing you could do there, but talk about pulling attention from the rest of the team. This is just like an Axe against the world. I will say Monet really is farming through it quite well. 22 last hits. He's not that far behind the DK. It's not ideal, but he's still farming. And now he's going to have some space. The Axe, of course, going down. He's going to have to head back to lane. He's actually going to head into the jungle. Level 4 right now.
Yeah, and although it was costly on the end of Yao, just because he's not getting anything, as you said, it just means that Monet is like, okay, well, I have a free lane. I had to tank all this tower, but that's totally fine. And he's almost on his way into the treads already.
Yeah, and the Dire supports aren't really that much worse off for it. Tusk is just about to roll over level 3, but Baboka hit level 3 in the top lane. Even Aggressive here on the Mirana, 22 last hits, 8 behind that of the Faceless Void. So they have spent more time killing than farming perhaps up in this top lane, but drawing those comparables, LFY actually have the net worth lead right now.
Yeah, and Monet moves forward to get the bounty rune, steals it away from IG there, and then runs past his own. Oh, I was going to say, Super's on the way for the bottom. I didn't see him sneaking his way down there.
Yep. IG try to invade up top, but still an advantage for LFY with the bounty runes. Started off very aggressive, and now things quieting down a little bit. Got some tri-lane action here in the top. Yao going to be the target of choice as he gets initiated on. Arrow connects, and there will be no survival for the Warlock.
Oh,
down
man.
Bottom, Lesh is rotated.
He just got so many bashes. There was a call from SRF, and he got perma-bashed the whole time.
Well,
no spins for SRF.
Monet does not have another time walk here. Up in 5. SRF limited on places to go. Eats the tree, and Monet will be able to find the vision for Afu to get the kill. So this Axe starting to get punished for this kind of early aggression. 4-2.
Yeah, the fact that Yao wasn't leeching any experience meant that there wasn't any sort of an XP advantage for the Axe over Monet. So Faceless Void can pretty much hold his own against almost any offlaner as long as they're the same level.
Top. Beastmaster initiated on. Baboka wrapped around the backside. Just had a little extra damage. Yao already used his heal. On the run, will get chased down into the tower. Stick charges buying him enough HP to survive. Close call, but he does live.
Yeah, still a very even game. I guess what it comes down to is just in terms of how much that net worth and like where it's distributed. Largely, it's just kind of even. Everyone's got a little buddy on the net worth chart, really. Just the Void and the Pugna, you could say, are just a slight edge ahead of their counterparts on the enemy team. But other than that, it's pretty well aligned the rest of the way down.
Yeah, no doubt.
And Monet just kind of sitting here with this first chrono, and the fact that they missed out on that Skywrath Mage means that they do not really have a great partner for first chrono.
Yeah, it's definitely a much better start than last game for LFY. Mid, the DK gets low, but not enough to finish him off. 20 stick charges. Guess not surprising against a Pugna. Still a lot of pressure on him, though. Not bad for the DK, but not quite in that same free farm heaven. Actually still out CSing the Pugna, but not ahead when it comes to the actual net worth.
Moves for the Radiant. If it's not going to be that first Chrono, the Beastmaster would be someone you want to look towards, but he's only level 4 right now. So pretty far down there.
Yeah, the top lane for LFY has not gone particularly well. IG are giving this Void a lot of space, though. Monet,
yeah,
pretty much just free farming now. And this is one of the drawbacks of the Axe. He puts that early pressure on, but now that the Void is kind of out-leveling him, they can trade blow for blow, and Monet is going to be able to mitigate any kind of burst damage with the Time Walk and still feel pretty good trading with 3 points in the bash.
They also gave up on punishing the Void very early on. Like, they didn't put any pressure on him, really. Like, Skywrath Mage rotated out to that top lane fast as Inflame, as you're seeing here. Oh, well, last little A-click. Oh, man. not enough there.
Got him. And now Warlock. Oh, no. Did Yao make this rotation only to die?
He's not going to go for the arrow there?
A little surprised. Guess he didn't have the angle. Now looks like a smoke from LFY, Afu and Monet. This is the Chrono.
Yeah, level 2 in the lightning. Still just level 3 on Afu, so really missing some damage here. But Super will have more than enough, I'm sure, to finish this off.
I'm sure you're pretty easy kill. Duration of the Chrono, follow up Split Earth for good measure, and they will hand that one over to Monet. Meanwhile, up top, yet another kill on the Beastmaster. A little slow on that one as the tower push mid commences. So still 1 for 1. I think LFY pretty happy with that.
Yeah, in the meantime, SRF making some good plays over here. Is he going to get the Ancient Stack? He does not. Can't quite get the right pull there, unfortunately, as he is looking to finish the Vanguard, then instantly go in towards his Ancient Stack.
Okay. Yep, there he is. Are we concerned at all about this Beastmaster? Because at this stage, him and Afu are even on net worth. He has died a lot of times. He's still only level 5. Inflame is not... he's not having a game right now. So
yeah, I think we're concerned.
That scares me. You know, the offlaner for IG is going to start having a pretty big impact once he gets that Blink Dagger. When does this Beastmaster come online?
Well, here's my problem. Beastmaster comes online before Axe because Axe buys Vanguard first every single game before a Blink Dagger. So when you just have level 6 on Axe, you can smoke and make plays. When you just have level 6 on Axe, you can't.
Yeah, first one was meant to be Beastmaster.
Wrong way. First one's Beastmaster.
Yes.
You
do make a good point.
Someone. It's easy.
Oh, bottom lane. Q gets initiated on as he wraps around the tower. Super with the burst damage. Might have enough. Snowball. Q trying to make it to that bounty rune, but the lightning from Lesh will slow him down, and the bounty will go the way of LFY. Looks like both bounties, in fact, will go their way as Monet heads up to the high ground. Abusing this window here where SRF has to spend some time in the jungle, but Beastmaster's doing the same thing. And guess who jungles faster, Trent?
Well, it's Axe.
Yes. No, it's definitely Axe.
It was a hard guess. Sorry, I just wasn't sure. You know, I wasn't too confident.
Definitely Axe. Beastmaster does at least hit level 6 off that, so perhaps an opportunity to start getting more involved, but
the prize is mine.
It's a small victory. Very tight game here. Enlightenment about to come out here as we rolled over to the 10th minute. Warlock only level 4. That's going to be a big deal for Yao.
Yeah, he'll be 6 off of that. He's got 4.5, so it'll be just enough.
Pretty tight.
Q tried to get a stack as well. These damn Prowlers, man, they so irritating. He can get it for himself. Following SRF just has a wave to catch. Now, mind you, despite the fact that he's been jungling almost non-stop, there is 8 tower damage on that tier 1 bottom. That's a little surprising, I will say. No real option to punish here from the Radiant side.
Yeah, both towers still pretty healthy. The Void really did a great job handling that Axe aggression. You know, still found a lot of less hits, maintained lane control, and once the pressure was off, Monet just had a pretty regular lane. He's gone Mask of Madness first item, great fighting tool, great farming tool. Not too surprising, but
it's time to Chrono again. It's pretty much what I'm looking for at this point. He has the Mask, he has Leshrac just kind of leeching some experience to try and get 6 and help out here, but
smoke now from LFY.
And they have that vision up on the high ground from the ward, but it seems that SRF is a little bit worried. He's also cleared out both of the smaller camps, so that's more likely the reason he's gone.
But still dodges the gank. Not sure if it's farming patterns or game sense, but either way, it's good for him. Tier 1 down bottom, takes some damage, but now smoke the other way. IG looking for Beastmaster again, but Boca moves into the trees. Arrow connects. Aggressive makes it happen, but Fatal Bonds and Warlock ult used by Yao. Moonlight Shadow to try and disengage. DK trying to get out of range of that tower detection, and he will, but now they've got a Dust. He's locked in the trees, and XXS will be brought down by Monet. It's a full rotation from LFY, and they will go 1-for-1.
Now, does that look like a China qualifier Dragon Knight, or does that look like a super major Dragon Knight? Because that Dragon Knight just died past the tier 1 that's still at half HP in the trees. That's a China major Dragon Knight, you know what I mean? That whole idea of the DKs, like kind of overcommitting, the whole team not being there, those sort of situations. That is when the hero has not looked that hot.
You're making me nervous here, Trent.
This is what you get for trusting Axe. Where's their offlaner? Where is he?
Well, he's still 50% up on the Radiant offlaner, so farming that advantage so that they can push the edge. Beastmaster going for my favorite build, Medallion first.
It's classic.
I don't know if that'll be enough, but meanwhile, Tusk up top. He's getting life drained. He's getting time dilated. Now he's been bashed. He snowballs to dodge the Q from Pugna, but now he has to charge into the fray and hand his life over to the Wrath of Super, who gets the tower and the kill. LFY again, get another kill up on the scoreboard. Their cores are farming nicely. I don't know, Trent. I don't share your lack of enthusiasm for SRF. I think he's going to get a blink
Look at him
pop
threatening.
off.
He's threatening.
Yeah, but Axe is 100 gold from this blink. SRF he's one creep camp away from completely changing this game, Trent.
Okay, if he can do it.
Are you ready?
I don't have faith.
Are you ready to see
I
this?
will say he is an excellent partner, which is very good. He has the Skywrath Mage. A lot of the axes with these Skywrath Mages, they can look all right as long as he does get this blink.
He's got a Mirana,
maybe
too.
It'll happen.
He can play around his Mirana. Oh, look at that scan from the Radiant. It just barely misses him. That is so bittersweet. They're right on the edge of it.
That might mean that they get too cocky and start setting up for that tower.
Yeah, that false sense of security. There's nobody behind us. We're good. Right now, he's thinking, what? How? Oh, gosh, the chrono. Monet. Oh, no. Potom leaping all over the place, taking big damage. Will still go down.
Dude, nice hero, though, by the way.
Trying to finish off this Leshrac, and now Sky is going to get bashed, and Baboka is going to be in a world of hurt. Axes fly through. Still works out for LFY. Monet gets his dominating streak. Tusk is nowhere to be found.
Dude, they don't even need chrono. That's how easy this game is when you're versus an Axe.
Well, you know, I have no counterpoint to that one.
Oh, does eventually go down there, and we're 10 seconds away from another golem being up here, so they could think about pressuring elsewhere, but they've already taken all the tier 1s. So map looking fine, and forgive me if I'm mistaken here, but isn't there a Dragon Knight on the Dire team?
There is.
Why are there 3 tier 1s?
I'm not sure where he's been, but they've got one. Maybe BKBs are the turning point for IG. Mirana has hers queued up. Dragon Knight working on his. Axe.
Do you think it's because Dragon Knight has an offlaner that can't do anything until 14 minutes, and so they couldn't pressure any towers as a team, and therefore the hero starts to fall behind and looks like a super major Dragon Knight?
He is looking like a big steamer right now. Really not having a huge impact. But the BKB, Trent, it's going to change
the BKB.
things. The BKB will change things.
His team's looking to change things. They're smoked up. So DK's going to show on the wave mid like, oh, well, if Dragon Knight's on the wave, they can't be doing anything.
Look at this great deep ward right here from IG. They don't see anyone, but they're going to continue to roam about. Another deep ward.
That sentry's on top of an observer, though. So if anyone comes by, they're going to be like, oh, actually, they can see it right now.
That's a big
that it's daytime.
Yeah, you are right, though, about this DK. When you pair him with a slow offlaner, there are not many other offlaners that pretty much guaranteed have to get Vanguard first. IG really want to make this happen. They're really hoping LFY will move on up. Looks like the creeps were able to finish off that ward. That's great.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Sorry, I've lost my vision here with these hotkeys.
Okay, that's great.
Sorry, eventually I'll find all vision again. I can only see the Radiant, so you're going to tell me everything the Dire are doing.
Well, Radiant just smoked up behind their tier 2 mid. Dire with 3 in the bottom, 2 up top.
Sorry, Gabe's going to help me. He's seen this before.
Wow, look, dude, look at this build from Super. Brown boots Aetherlens, okay, he had the Arcanes, but Aetherlens Mech on Pugna. We were talking the other day how we used to play Shadow Fiend back in the Mech days. And it's kind of a throwback build here.
Yeah, Greaves versus the Skywrath Mage. It's a great choice.
Yeah.
Team fight, just like everyone grouping up together. Easy peasy. So I noticed Axe is still 0-2-0.
Dude, he's tried to pop off, all right? They smoked. They didn't find anybody. Just now you got to be a little patient, okay? I know that's not your strong suit. I know you Canadians get excited. You like to pull a little trigger happy over there, but this is
his moment coming.
This is a game where you got to look down the sights and you got to wait until you have that perfect shot lined up. I know you're a marksman. You understand these literary references.
Yes, you got me there. The creeps will get the bottom tower if not interfered with here, so there is a chance they could play up top, but you're going to be TPing in towards a team with Chrono, with a Nether Ward, and with a Warlock ulti. So
it's all about the angle of initiation, my friend.
The angle. Oh, gotcha. Yes. Well, it's a good thing LFY did not respawn bottom because they were setting up for some sort of a trap there, SRF in behind.
But they still trade tier 2 for tier 1, so not ideal for IG. But this Beastmaster is still, he's not farming much. He's going to try to get a Blink Dagger. He's not even going to go Shadow Blade. That's how poverty this Beastmaster is.
It's okay. He hasn't even had to use Roar yet, dude. He's fine. I got no quarrel with Beastmaster.
I still have some faith. Well, if they get this Roche, my faith is dwindling a bit more quickly. Putting that medallion to good use. He's fallen fast. Dire not really in a position. They're going to have to make a move pretty quick if they want to contest this one. And looks like that won't happen. They are going to smoke up, but too little too late, perhaps. Moonlight Shadow on top. Roche with about 1k HP. Big boy's going down. Just in time, that awkward moment where IG has to decide what to do.
They're hoping someone splits off, and they do find a target.
Look at that. SRF sets up the easy dunk on Afu. Doesn't even need to use his ult, Trent. You hearing some parallels here? Him and the Beastmaster.
I got you. Very well. All right. Well, congratulations. They got the position 4.
They traded Roche for it, so not great. Aegis up on the Void. His BKB is going to be on the way. Just Ogre Club. Has the Mithril Hammer, so he's very close.
And what's terrifying here is that you have a Dragon Knight that went BKB first who basically can't fight for the next 5 minutes. Unless you want to fight into all of these cooldowns and this Aegis on the side of the Radiant. And so that means that Dragon Knight does not have any sort of item that he's going to be farming any faster. He's ready for a team fight, but the team fight that they're going to find will not be advantageous at this point in the game. Is Bobuka hoping to not give anything away here.
Look at him, he's like, please.
He's ready to, he knows. On this ward.
Oh. Okay, I think Boboka's all right. Up top, though, we're going to see some initiation. Marana gets caught by the Beastmaster. He's debuted the Blink Dagger, and they still can't find the kill.
Bobuka's
aggressive.
Found 2.
Will get brought down. Okay, they'll kill Boboka. Things crumbling for IG.
Were they ever up? I guess they were up at the very beginning.
Look at the net worth, dude. Look at this shit. This game was, it's still even. Oh, Afu.
Feel it, though,
maybe a counter kill? Well, that's where you and I differ. I think IG have been just fine. They're just being patient here, Trent. They're farming those core items, and, well, Lesh buys out before he dies, at least. That's kind of nice. So it's a 1 for 2 around the map. Q with the TP home. Okay. Fire Ward gets pinged out.
Yeah, it is true. SRF is farming very well. He is still 1,500 gold up ahead of the Axe at this point. And he's almost into the Blade Mail. 400 gold away-ish.
Blade Mail is pretty good this game.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
Pretty into the Blade Mail. Always a scary item from the perspective of the Pugna. You know, once you cast that Q, there's no taking it back. It's a lot of damage potentially to return.
Oh, they're not even going to try and Nether Blast that last little bit of the tower. Oh, they found a Chrono, that's why.
And it's on the Tusk. Right. So, congratulations. You killed the position 4. Who do I sound like?
I think that might be me. Great play by Yao there. Sneaks up and gets a ward up on the high ground. Not a very expected time for that to happen.
Okay.
So unlikely to be dewarded, I would say.
Yeah, you can see this Dire Sentry kind of anticipating potential deep wards like that, but like you said, not the stage of the game. Still a tier 2 mid. Wouldn't really expect that high ground to be under siege yet, but LFY know they've got some momentum. Boboka gets time dilated. Oh, there's SRF with the initiation, and Void is down. He's got the Aegis, so he's coming on back. They've lost Boboka as the Beastmaster jumps in, but SRF surviving is aggressive, doing huge damage. Monet gets the bash he was looking for. Buyback from the Skywrath. LFY take a decent fight, but they are repelled. Void forced the BKB kind of defensively, and Lesh does get left behind.
Almost got
Shard
an extra one there.
falls short, but they're going to get him after all. XXS with the Dragon Tail, follow-up arrow. LFY lose 3 and their Aegis in exchange for only the Axe and the Skywrath. Now, Skywrath did buy back, so not an economic gain for him, but still a gain for the team.
Yeah.
And we'll try to get this tier 1 mid.
I like the idea of using the Aegis like that to force a fight. I don't like it when you don't have Chrono. That I will say.
Yeah, using Chrono to kill the position 4, hashtag worth, question mark?
No, that did not end up working out too well for them.
You're not scared of this Mirana Trent? She's farming towards the Maelstrom. You don't think she can still carry this game to glory?
I'm shocked XXS has caught up so well.
Yeah.
Like, isn't that crazy? This guy had a BKB and a Bracer for the longest time. Then he bought a Blink Dagger, which also doesn't really increase his farm speed, but he's back on top.
Yeah.
3-2-2.
You're right.
KDA. Feeling good.
Wow. Dragon Knight.
Not the way his game's actually going. His game's going great.
With the lucky numbers. So, LFY, though, the KDA is pretty telling of how they've been executing this game. Both Monet and Super have not died a single time.
Well, actually, Monet did die, but he had Aegis. You fool.
Idiot. Also, the Guardians up on Pugna. So, like you mentioned, quite good here. Full sustainability gives him a purge for himself. Where's this Blade Mail SRF? Oh, there it is.
It's hard to tell. I don't think they... Oh, no, they did smoke on the other ward. So, yeah, they 100% just smoked on a ward.
It's big time. Less than ideal scenario. However, the Die are not really backing up. There's the scan, so they do see this coming. They're pretty spread out right now, and Tusk maybe gets caught again. Whoa, blink from the Beastmaster. Almost finds him. Moonlight Shadow. Ward comes down. They dust it, but Axe is there. Tries to catch Super. XXS with some follow-up. Super goes down first. Slam dunk from Axe. Now off Boo gets dropped. Aggressive is hungry. They're going to find Yao. He's going to get killed next, and it's a bloody disaster for LFY. This Void will BKB. He chronos defensively, tries to TP out, but SRF schoolboys him outside of his own chrono. Oh lordy, Beastmaster. Well, he's going to push top. He's going to do what he can. So what happened there, Trent? Your boys are falling flat.
Perfectly, like, it showcases exactly the difference between this boring IG stuff we've been talking about and when you don't play boring. First off, going for that play behind the tier 2 in the mid lane without chrono, never something IG would do. With the way they've been playing, so reserved, so patient, you won't see that. This exact same play, you got to smoke up. First off, it was under, again, great forward vision from IG, which is what won them game 1, I would say. They had 2 wards in the Radiant jungle at the time that spotted the smoke of all those heroes. They knew where they were coming. And again, it wasn't that great and looking of an initiation, and yet they still went for it. Outside of LFY.
Looks like the Radiant offlaner is going to die again. I like this. I'm glad that we're so polarizingly into the opposite squads here, because IG is looking good.
Well, I just hate Axe. I think IG's great.
I think IG's great.
They're in my compendium. It's okay.
Dude, this Axe is balling right now. He's going to have a BKB next. He just picked up that Blade Mail already with an Ogre Club. Now the Maelstrom on Mirana. Let's check out the item progression over here. Void working on the Shadow Blade. Keyword working.
I will say the large successes for Axe have all come from counter initiations, which is great. Yeah,
see that,
yeah.
You see that graph?
Yeah. Jeez, I wish that your stupid face is being shown right now. My God, you look so smug.
Yep.
It is a plummet. There is no denying that.
Oh yeah, that's a water slide if I ever saw one. DK looking for a Heart of Tarask. So just going Beefcake.
Great on
choice.
Okay.
I think against Pugna, you know, against the Chrono, even Roar, you just need to survive. You survive that initial volley, you get off your BKB, kind of unlikely they'll be able to finish you off through the Magic community. So.
Yeah, and IG are just going right down the exact same plans as the game before. Just buy themselves a gem around the 25-minute mark with a decent lead, start to close it out, secure second Roche, and use Dragon Knight to take objectives.
Yep. At this point, feels like a rinse and repeat type scenario. Now there's a lot of pressure on LFY to turn it around with successful team fight prowess. They do still have the ultimates to make it happen, right? Anytime there's Chrono and Rock available, plus all of their other follow-up damage, you've got the capacity to take a sick team fight if you can somehow get IG within your grasp. think SRF has done a really good job hanging back in these fights, so he's not the one getting caught, and then he's able to counter-initiate. Honestly, it's felt like a big part of how IG's been able to maintain this lead.
Look where they're going in right now. Look where Q is. Like, he is just completely the dummy. He just walks up way ahead.
Dummy.
Like,
I think Meat Shield is a nicer way to say that. You know, he's like the target, he goes in first. He's the dumb one that they put in first.
No, a target dummy.
Oh, a target dummy.
Yeah, not like an idiot.
Not like an, oh, okay. I heard that the wrong way. My bad.
You fool.
The idiot that we put in the front lines.
Man, this Tusk is level 15. You would think he had the XP talent. Q's slaying at this game.
Yeah, he went for the gold.
Yeah, of course. Never take the XP talent, ladies and gentlemen. It's just longer respawn timers. That's all it is on Tusk. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Usually those early XP talents feel great because you're rushing towards the 25, and then you look at the Tusk 25s and go, wait a second.
Why would I want either of those?
Wait a second. Why did I read all those tomes? I'm not enlightened.
The Shard one is okay, actually. And plus, if you manage to play that core, like, position 3.5 Tusk, you can take the XP.
Yeah.
However.
I mean, the Shards are... It's not a bad talent, but for a level 25 talent, you know,
for a hero that dies very quickly.
Let's compare that to, I don't know, 40 strength for DK, for example. Now, that's a 25 talent.
That should be Tusks.
Now, that would be worth taking.
I feel like... Oh, yeah, he used to have a way higher health one. I'm pretty sure. His old 20 used to be like 500.
All I know is 12% Walrus Punch is god-awful. It might be the worst 25 talent. It is one of the
For the hero, yes. But when you play him in Turbo, it is great. Just so you know. And that is a Meteor Hammer on LFY.
That's true.
Wow,
and also a smoke. Moonlight Shadow. He catches two. It's a good chrono. They've got a dust.
Dude, he just Meteor Hammered.
Okay.
There's no way that's the play. There's two heroes like... What are you doing?
I don't know if I've ever seen this.
What? That was so unnecessary. Oh, well, that's fine. I mean, it helps him take objectives.
Well, there's no...
It gives him solo kill potential, right?
That's like saying, why did he buy a Desolator here? Well, it gives you minus armor. I mean, yes, that is a true statement, but... I don't know. It's definitely an odd pickup.
Hey, man, it just means that if he's by himself, he buys a lot of time for someone to close the gap.
That's true.
That's how I would say.
I feel like we've just seen Meteor Hammer almost exclusively on Naga. That's the only hero I can think of in recent history. Oh, well, last time I saw Treant played. Yeah,
hey, he gets picked. You know, Head Vega made it to the playoffs. Zayat's Treant.
He gets picked by that team in CIS that went 0-5. Oh, wow, that's a commanding reason to put Treant in my next Battle Cup draft.
Bunch of haters.
Yes. Yeah. You know, some heroes are...
Hey, look at this.
Just
hey, Roche, eat it.
Well, that's pretty nice. Meteor Hammer on Roche. I don't know if they'll be able to kill him fast enough, though. This time, IG are in the vicinity. Remember, Chrono's on cooldown, so this is not the time for LFY to try to force this. And Q will rendezvous with his teammates here. They smoke up, and now they might head into the pit themselves. Of course, they are aware of this timing on the Chrono.
Moonlight's back in about 5 seconds here, which is what I'm sure they're looking for here. SRF is the one in charge. He's going to find some clumped heroes. He's going to go for the jump.
Or is he? XXS goes in first, follow-up arrow, and they're just going to pop the Lesh.
Yeah, SRF is waiting here, hoping that someone else will show. But no one went to save the Lesh Rock, which is great, because they would have got demolished by X.
This is so smart, though. Use the DK ult to get the pick off with an Arcane Rune, so it's coming up in super short cooldown. They'll be able to finish off Roche most likely, unless Lesh wants to use the buyback. Beastmaster up top, feigning like he wants to come down. They will smoke up, it seems. IG being a little bit cautious here at the Roche pit.
Yeah, with the status of the lanes, they're just confident enough to leave Roche. They say, come on back. Try it again.
Boyd almost scouted out.
There are Radiant Sentries here.
Be a little careful. Beastmaster doing a good job with the split push.
Big pickup for the Mjolnir on aggressive.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
You know, doesn't Necrobook help you take objectives on Beastmaster too?
That's expensive. Doesn't give you as great, like these 6 stats, dude. 12 strength, 12 int, 4 HP regen.
I mean, yeah,
It's a good item.
You're making a good case.
I don't know. It's an inflame build.
Well, Primal Roar on the DK. Follow up Chrono. Looks like to be a dead Dragon Knight. Instant buyback. SRF with the plays. Follow-up stun from the Warlock, but they've already lost the Lesh. Now the Pugna falls, and down goes the Beastmaster to boot. Monet, the hero that LFY need to save the day. He'll get stunned and brought down. Q will not survive through the damage. Buybacks aplenty coming from LFY, and now IG need to back up. It's 1 buyback for IG and 3 used for LFY. We'll look at this recap here momentarily to see how the economic spread went.
Yeah, that's going to be very damaging.
Well,
oh my god.
It's a 5th buyback, Trent.
SRF. What a player.
What did I tell you, dude?
Dude, I mean,
what
the
did I
axes
tell
have
you?
not looked great. SRF is absolutely slaying it. A 3-man call.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's hanging back, waiting for those perfect moments. Very impressive. But the net worth gain overall, not a big deal, just because of the DK also buying back, and
now they go into Rosh. I want to say what changed the full tide there was DK having an arcane rune. Because of that,
yeah,
he was able to buy back and then have another ultimate to actually make that fight work. That was a game-changing arcane rune.
All right, but we do have no cooldowns for the Radiant tier, so it's very hard for them to actually contest this. I'm kind of surprised the respect that they're being given.
Yeah, they are going to catch Warlock, and now SRF goes in again, trying to grab this Void Arrow, hits the BKB, but now 2 fights breaking out as they finish off Super on the other side. They might get Q. Yule Scepter onto Afu. He'll come back down to Earth, and he's going to get brought down. That Atos lines it up for the Mirana. Buyback from Yao. It is a 1 for 3. Still IG. Oh, they're stuck in the mud here. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, Yao, a big contribution there with the ultimate.
So back to Roche we go. Another buyback used.
Chrono's up in 12 seconds here.
I don't know if that's going to be enough.
I mean, the bird's looking. It sees what's happening.
Oh, hello.
He's coming. He's got the Shadow Blade, but they have sentries. Uh-oh.
Now the
That
buyback
was
from
play.
Lash. Oh, Monet's going to get caught.
He just thought there wouldn't be sentries, I guess. He was wrong.
I wasn't ready for that one either. I'm actually surprised he just walked in so confidently.
I mean, he had the bird vision. He thought maybe this will work. Destroyed.
Okay. Aegis Cheese now in the hands of the DK. Both spoils. Still some tier 2 towers standing, but IG with a massive lead in game 2 of this final series, the Chinese qualifier. Mirana and DK now number 1 on net worth by a huge margin. This Void feeling pretty far behind. Looking for a Maelstrom into Mjolnir next, but brutal. Those buybacks just devastating for LFY.
IG did lose the gem, which you can see by the 6 sentry wards around the Roche pit. So they got to be a little cautious here.
Gem just sitting in the well. Where is that
It's
thing?
on the Radiant Courier.
Ah, okay. So being very cautious with it.
At least it was. Yeah, it's still there.
Oh, look.
Just hanging out.
It's Q's gem. You know that passive? Everlasting?
Got it.
What?
The gem.
Wow, it has a passive. I didn't know
Everlasting.
that's what it was. Drops and it cannot be destroyed.
Just like Rapier.
Yeah. Neat.
Everlasting. It's a spell. Because most items you can destroy.
Thank you.
I know, right? I don't know why you would. Usually you just sell.
Oh, that Observer Sentry combo again. I can't believe that call did not hit. That was so close.
He wanted it.
And with the Skywrath Mage there, we have seen that is plenty.
Oh, it's
Kill the
potent.
Void.
It's a hell of a combo. Shadow Blade for Axe. I do like this. Another positioning tool. Get in the back line. Already finding good calls. This makes his life even easier on that front.
17,000 gold at 36 minutes here.
Yep.
Your last possible game to try and get to TI8.
And you bought a Meteor Hammer. That's got to feel great.
I mean, we can't harp on that too much. I think this game was over long before the Meteor Hammer. Because SRF is a player. I don't think there's many items that he could have bought that would have changed that much. I think it's more so about the team maneuvers and the smokes being caught by vision between 15 to 25 minutes is what really killed them this game. And the comeback by XXS, I mean, this guy was pretty far behind the Pugna.
Yes.
And they just dove a little too deep.
I think at its peak it was like a 2K net worth gap. It was certainly sizable for that stage of the game.
Shadows take us.
Moonlight Shadow now. Afu looks like he'll dodge the Mirana. He'll be safe there.
Yeah, they're moving bot though.
I think it's less about the item build on the Beastmaster. It's just felt like from out of the gate, he's had no game. They did a great job shutting him down early. They delayed his level 6. That meant LFY couldn't really fight around it, and now he just feels like he's been playing catch-up. Oh, Monet, he pops the BKB as him and SRF kind of kiss each other in the trees. He'll just go TP out. No more Berserker's Call. Looking for another super. Oh, that was close. Well, LFY get away with that one.
And they are doing a good job of split pushing here, though. Flame way up top, getting that done. And they have to go all the way back to those creeps down the bottom lane.
They're ready to catch this split pushing Beastmaster. Look at this.
It's true. All the trees are cut down, too.
Like, guys, he went all in. He's going to keep split pushing.
Dragon 5 is the next choice for Super, it would seem, according to his quick buy there.
A little surprised. I think the Aghanims on Pugna is always tempting. We'll see Yao get caught by SRF. Some dire teammates inbound. An arrow as well connects. And that lines up the slam dunk. But yeah, Ag's always tempting on Pugna when you're team fighting a lot, but I understand the temptation here of just eliminate somebody. You start a fight, you catch one, so whoever's in the chrono, you have a guaranteed kill, and then you can take it to a 4v5. I think that's the kind of...
Tinker Ward just paid off.
Oh, it really did. SRF connects.
And Flame canceled his TP.
Oh, no. He's going to get left behind. He's got a Primal Roar. He's on the run.
He's going to be okay, actually.
I think the Blink Dagger will be enough. All right.
Yeah.
Man, that Tinker Ward really came in handy.
I mean, this is the only way they can play right now, though, is just trying to split push, trying to cut waves. They're delaying the push with the Aegis. I mean, they had Aegis and Cheese for a long time right now on the dire side, and they've done nothing. Now, mind you, it is IG. They're probably waiting for 3 more items on each hero.
So they've done nothing except, you know, find the pickoffs and continue to split farm the map
they haven't
and further
achieved
their
any
economic lead.
real advantage.
It's up to a 20k net worth lead. It was 15 not that long ago, although that could change. They destroy Baboka. Axe
Nice
now
chrono.
caught by the chrono, but XXS joins the party. Super going to go down. Monet says, well, I'm just going to TP out. This isn't what I wanted. Now back up top. Looks like Rock was dropped, but Moonlight Shadow might be enough to just make the sweet retreat.
Still a gain for the Dire, sadly. You're an LFY Hoper here.
So, but I don't know, Trent. I have to disagree. I think they've gotten
Well,
plenty.
you're not wrong. They've gotten a lot more of an economic advantage, but with Aegis and Cheese, they still haven't taken any of the tier 2s.
Well, that's fine. That's because they don't need to. They're farming their side of the map and killing enemies that dare venture into dire territory. What do you need tower gold for? They're saying, hey, our DK, he needs heart before we can break tier 2s.
Maybe you can take more away from here.
Ah, I see.
But IG are just
It's never enough for you, is it, Trent? Huh? They're up by 20k net worth at 40 minutes. They're about to go to TI, and it's not good enough.
Sure.
Man,
We'll go with that.
that kid's going to have a tough life.
I tell you.
Whew. Moonlight Shadow, again. It's Mirana 25. Oh, golly, she is.
Oh, no.
This is that stage of the game.
At least it got nerfed.
I mean,
I mean, it was completely ridiculous before. Now it's just a little ridiculous.
it's still pretty good. 18-second duration, 25-second cooldown. You're right. It was absolutely bananas before, but I still think this is an incredible level 25 talent. Still kind of in that Unreal category for me. You just have smokes on a 25-second cooldown.
Yeah, it is something else.
And sure, it's counterable, but the amount of money the LFY supports have to spend just to protect your team from rotations shifts the scales economically. Tips the scales, I should say. Heart picked up by DK. They're going to try another Moonlight Shadow. Playing darts here. Eventually you'll hit a bullseye.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Now, going to TP out. They ping him. Oh.
And instantly destroy his wards. But yeah, it does look like it'll be a closeout here. I mean,
Look how fast they're
secret here.
accelerating.
Yeah, I mean, there's no secret as to how they're going to win if you're the Radiant team. You got to find some big team fight.
Yes.
You need some crazy chrono that's not interrupted, followed by the golem with the fatal bonds, and your damage just gets amplified like crazy, and you somehow win the engagement. The only problem is they have to do that like 3 times. They also need the Aegis, the Cheese, and the Refresher Shard, but they get it, which...
Radiant's
I mean, I
bottom
think
tower is under
I would
attack.
normally agree with your assessment that, hey, IG, they need to put more pressure on. They're giving LFY that opportunity to farm core items that allow them to take that fight, but
I hope this DK gets chronoed right now, because look at his HP.
they are just 5k. BKB gets used, he jumps in this way, and on the other side, oh, they find a Beastmaster. Void gets stunned as he Chronos. It does actually nothing. Void will buy back. It's a 5v5, but without Chronosphere, this feels scary.
This Dragonite is unkillable.
Not much used
He
on
has
IG.
a cheese.
Yep, his BKB's down. There's the rock. Some Fatal Bonds will fly, but now BKBs get used. It's a dieback for Monet, and LFY will have to do this 4v5. Apu stunned up. He's about to get brought down, and Super will not be able to life drain through it. GG is called, and LFY are eliminated. Invictus Gaming are going to the International.
Well, I will say, if I'm going to pick an MVP this game, it's going to be SRF. I think he actually won them the most important fights of the game. When LFY were kind of at that peak, they had the power going for them. They had the gold lead, they had the Aegis, and what happened?